All right, all right, all right. Greetings and welcome back once again. This is Amuna, and I pray everybody's doing well. A rare occurrence. This is twice in one day. But I came across this and I said, you know what? Let me speak to it really quick before I wind down. You know what I mean? Before I wind down. Now, it's interesting in the way that we, the people, are coloring. It doesn't matter what side we're on, but there's a lot of biases going on that could potentially, come back. Like Malcolm said, the chickens could potentially come back to roost. I don't think we realize it. But without further ado, I don't know if you've come across this video of a woman being arrested in Atlanta in the park. A cop police officer is a man, and he is a melanated man, and essentially they were in the park after dark. Now, the first part that came out was from her sister, but the way I got wind of this, and I want to share the way I got wind of it because I think it's important, and then we'll break down the story real quick. But let me go ahead and share my screen. Hopefully this thing is not acting up today. The way I got wind of it is from this channel right here. And the name of the channel, hold on a second. Let me take the thing off here. So the way I got wind of it was from this channel right here. And the channel is called, what's the name of the channel? Pink Book Lessons. And my apologies. But what I find interesting, the way this sister presents her information, she's saying that it is an unbiased perspective, but she definitely has a heavy lean, like a heavy slant on the way she's presenting her information. It's not really red pill, it's kind of pink pill-ish, more on the red side, so kind of like burgundy pill. I don't know. But the way in which she presents the information and titles her videos is to speak to the men who would feel like, yeah, I'm with you, sis. So the way she titled it is entitled Woman Arrested in Atlanta, Caught on Body Cam, Refused to Sign Ticket, Now Files Lawsuit. And I'm like, what? So I watched the video, but I'm going to go ahead and back up. I just wanted to just share that part because I think it's important the way we are the way we title things, the way we highlight things, the way we put people in certain lights. Again, it has a way. Let's just say that it has a way. So we think we're just putting it out there, but it has its ways of coming back. And I mean, unsuspecting times. But let me go ahead and release this part right here. And then share the initial video, which comes from the sister. And I think it's important because it's a good lesson in the way in which things come to us on social media. And when we quickly jump out the window on one thing or the other, it can send us on, the wrong trail. So the first way it came to the public light, to my understanding and based on what I'm hearing, is from Dominique Howard, who is saying that this is her sister. So it says, please share. To say that I'm livid is an understatement. This is my sister, Angel Monique Guise, and this happened to her in Atlanta. And then somebody saying repost. My apologies, Dominique. I don't think Dominique is the sister. My apologies on that. This is a repost. I can't believe this. So this is what the sister was saying. I can't believe this happened to my sister. To give context, my sister has never been in any type of unlawful situation, and simply out of fear and lack of information, she had questions about signing her citation. Last night at Angel Guise and her friend were hanging out at a park, and unknowingly after hours, Officer Brooks pulled up, asked for IDs, and proceeded to give each of them a citation to sign. Angel simply wanted to know exactly what she was signing and asked for the officer name and badge number. At some point, he became irritated by her questions. He then abused his power by using excessive force. He threw her to the ground and pulled out his taser. Where's the respect as a citizen? Are we not allowed? I don't think that's how you spell allowed. That's like allowed, but let me continue, sorry. To ask questions about our rights without ego taking over. Why was a taser pulled out? Why was she frisked by a male officer? Aren't police here to protect and serve? What kind of training is this? Aggressive police officers like this have to be stopped. This is Atlanta Police Department. And then she went for Shaun King and a lot of people who usually make commentary on it. So this is the video that first finds its way to a lot of people, right? And then we're going to go to the video that is released from the body cam. So again, it may be triggering for some, so we're going to watch it through and then we'll come back.
I'm asking you, why am I putting my hands behind my back? I'm going to sign the ticket, but why am I under arrest?
Sir, she's about to sign the ticket.
I'm going to sign the ticket.
She's about to sign the ticket. That's all you wanted to do is sign the ticket. That's all it is.
I'm going to sign the ticket.
That's all
She signed the ticket. You told me you're not.
I'm going to sign the ticket now. Mr. Brooks, I'm going to sign the ticket. You don't have that option now. Why don't I have the option, Mr. Brooks?
Because I gave you two options.
She was just asking for your badge number at first.
I'm asking for your badge number, and I wasn't.
Yo, why is he ripping? What? This is too long for me to let it run all the way through. So I'm just going to make some observations. Why is he ripping off her head wrap? Why is he manhandling her over a citation about being in the park after dark? Many people who are seeing this video at first are going to be like, why is he doing all this stuff? That's the first thing that comes to mind, right? Why are you so aggressive?
Sir, you don't have. Sir, you do not have to hold her like that.
Oh my God.
Sir, you do not have to drag her like that.
I'm telling you that I'm going.
Sir,
I'm going to
sir, you do not have to grab her like that.
So questions, and the friend who you were in the park with, he apparently had signed it, but she had questions. And so this is the part where it escalated. Again, what's going on? We just have to continue to watch.
I'm going to sign the ticket, Mr. Brooks. I'm going to sign the ticket. Why am I being arrested? Can you please tell me why I'm being arrested?
Sir.
Oh my God! I'm so scared. My God, please, in the name of Jesus, please, God, in the name. Why am I being arrested?
This kind of reminds me a little bit of the Sandra Bland situation. Just on its face, without knowing all the details, it kind of reminds me of that. But let's continue.
Arrested, Mr. Brooks. I'm going to sign the ticket. Mr. Brooks, why am I being arrested? Why am I being arrested? I don't understand why I'm being arrested. Can you please tell me why I'm being arrested?
Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
Tell me why I'm being arrested. I have the right.
Do not tase her. Sir, do not tase her.
Oh my God.
Did he go for the taser? Now, all of this is escalated from you shouldn't be in the park after dark. And it went from you shouldn't be in the park after dark to I'm going, flick you on the ground and I'm going to tase you. So naturally, people seeing this is like, what in the world?
Put your hands behind your back.
Do not tase her. What are you tasing her for?
I didn't tase her.
Why are you pulling it out?
Put your hands
this
behind your
is
back.
not compliant.
Put your hands behind your back.
Come on, sir. This is unnecessary. What are you doing? This is over this whole park.
Why am I being arrested?
Just put your hands behind your back.
I don't understand why I'm being arrested. That's why I'm not putting my hands behind my back. You have not given me a reason. So why am I getting? I'm not. You haven't told me my rights. Y'all told me why I'm being arrested. That's exactly why I'm not putting my hands behind my back. God.
So you have not read her Miranda rights and none of that.
Oh my God!
Sir,
what in the world is going on? Where are we? Where are we? That's the question. Where is she? You don't have the right to remain silent. You getting roughed up over a citation, right?
Man, give me your hands. I need you to back up, sir.
Sir, I'm not backing up.
You got every right to record, but you need to back up.
Oh my God! I don't understand why I'm being arrested. I don't understand.
So she's going in. According to the sister, she's never been in any trouble. I read the sister's report. She's never been in any trouble with the law. And so now she's wholly having a breakdown, right? And this guy cares not. And he continues to try to arrest her for not signing the citation he was giving her.
Please, sir, you have not told me why I'm being arrested. That's why I have not put my hands behind my back. You have not told me that. You have not read me my rights or anything. And you're steady doing this to me. I don't understand. Can you please just tell me why I've been arrested? That's all I'm asking.
I just told you.
Why? Why?
You refused to sign the ticket.
I did not. I told you I was going to sign the ticket, Mr. Brooks.
She's being arrested. Now, I don't mean to conflate any issues here, but I literally just saw the mother of 6 children who had a restraining order against the father of those children in what is it, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, lose her life. A number of people who are in real and serious danger not have the help that they need. Imagine who could have been in need of help. I go over to touch it, but who right now is crying and calling 911 in need of real and serious help from the authorities, but he's busy in the park arresting someone for not signing a ticket. I'm just looking at the irony in all of this, but let's continue.
I told you I was going to sign a ticket. Could I please sign a ticket?
Put your hands behind your back.
I don't understand.
Put your hands behind your back,
I'm
man.
telling you, I'm going to sign the ticket, Mr. Brooks. I will sign the ticket, please.
Ma'am, put your hands behind your back.
I don't understand.
Put your hands behind your back.
You're handling me.
Sir,
Put your hands behind your back.
You do not need to handle her like that, sir.
That's what you call manhandling. That's why I asked, did he need to manhandle her in this way? There's a lot of people who saying a lot of things, but does the punishment fit the crime is the question. Does the punishment, that's what the question is. You're doing all of this because the person didn't sign a ticket? I don't know how many people are paying attention, and it may get a little political, but they can, how many dozens officers ran into somebody's address in Mar-a-Lago, okay, ran up on them, started searching all of their things over what people are saying is some documents, some papers. Like that's, I don't know how it's, I don't know. Yet again, more and more people are suffering and actually in need of authorities. I don't know if it's equaling out. I don't know. Let's listen.
This situation has gone out of hand.
Put your hands behind your back.
You're hurting me. You are hurting me.
Okay, put your hands behind your back.
I told you I'm not putting my hands. You have not told me or read me my rights. You have not done any of that. You're not telling me why I'm going to jail.
Sir, this is unnecessary.
Put your hands behind your back.
Please. Can you, Mr. Brooks, tell me why I'm being arrested?
I had to get you dropped. She's hurt right now. She's hurt right now.
Hold on for a second, bro. Resisting. Come
I'm
on.
trying to tell you.
She's asking. She's talking to you. You said you want to talk
Brooks,
to
you
her.
are hurting my arm.
Come on, man.
So, Mr. Brooks, what happened? What happened? You was tired this night? What, the backside? All of this is necessary? I'm gonna come to see what y'all saying in a minute. I'm trying to figure out if this is standard procedure. That's all I want to know.
Oh my God! Is this for real? Please, God, in the name of Jesus, please, God, I'm being arrested.
So y'all are hurting her.
She's resisting, bro. Oh, now move. Cold 46 degrees.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
That okay, let's watch a little more.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
That was unnecessary.
Oh my God!
You can record from over here.
Oh my God!
Bruh, I promise you, y'all resources, because we know it's limited these days. As we speak is all. I mean, priority.
What's your name, Officer Brooks? What's your name, sir?
Officer Taylor.
Officer Taylor.
Oh my God!
Y'all, come on.
All right, sit up.
This is where y'all taking her? Oh, back up. What do you mean back up? This is my friend. This, y'all don't know her. Making it hot right now. Back up a little bit. How does it?
Hold on, what right now is buffering. So
she's hurting right now. She's crying.
Finish what we doing. We got you.
did they
What do you mean take
let
care
us
of it?
finish what we're doing though? Did they say I'm confused?
We just was just here for a park and now she's out under arrest.
Hey, bro, just look. Use some space. All right, that's it. Park the stove.
Oh my God.
Let us finish.
Go ahead and search that before I put it in. All right, go.
All of this, all of these, all of this. Okay, I got another video. So that's the video that was released on. There's about like 3 minutes, but for some reason this one is buffering over here, right? So let's now release this here. That was interesting. And now we're gonna go to where they released. So I guess the PD, when they got it, they were like, nah, we got body cam. And so the body cam information has come out. And so I'm going to share that as well. Queen T says, my thoughts are, although it is so ego-driven and unlawful for our safety, please sign, like Queen Amina said, and put under duress, right? So she's saying just sign it and put under duress. The woman is saying that she was going to sign it, but the man didn't let her. And so all of this, he said, she said, there's a lot going on. So they released the body cam footage. And so we're going to take a look at that and then talk about it real quick. You know, I think I'm starting to think it does not like when I play videos while I'm doing this, because as soon as I start doing it, we getting bufferation going on right now. Hold on. And 2 seconds ago, it was not buffering. So cut it out. Let me close some of these screens right here.
That's your license. Copy the citation. You have any questions?
So the man who was with her, he signed.
That's what it is.
So in this body cam footage, they need to wipe off the body cam, man. It's all glary and stuff. He signs the paperwork, but she I'm experiencing interruptions, YouTube. She decides that she doesn't want to sign.
Come over here for me, ma'am. Can you come here, ma'am? All right, so you're going to receive a ticket for being in the park after hours. All right? Just need to sign right here on the.
Come on already, bruh. Thank you for those who just joined us. We're having a little buffering situation going on here. So as we can see at this point, it doesn't seem to be too problematic. He's not yelling. She's not yelling. There, he's like, hey, this is what's going to happen. You're going to receive this for that. Let me close some of these windows. Hold on. I'm going to just play it from my phone because I don't have any time. I ain't got no time for that. It's not letting me do what I need to do. I'm going to just... Are we doing this? Are we doing this again? Let me just play it from my phone. Do. Hold on one second. It keeps locking it up. I don't know why. Okay. All right. Oh shit.
Because we're out, didn't you say we're out of time, so we wouldn't have known that?
Yeah, but that's not a valid reason why. You should be in the park because you're from out of town.
And what's your bag?
So I'm gonna have to tell you what's happening because it's what you call it. So basically, when I'm streaming from. So basically, what happened is that he's like, "Ma'am, come over here. I'm gonna have to give you a ticket." And so she's like, "Oh, don't you know? Didn't you say it was because we're from out of town?" And he's all like, "Well, that's not a valid reason for you not to catch this ticket. You know what I mean? I gotta make my quota." Okay, he didn't say the quota part, so let's continue.
7452.
What's your name?
Officer Brooks.
So she goes back to her car, right? And she goes and gets her cell phone. So again, it's not as hostile as when we first saw it on the Facebook side. She goes back to her car, she gets her cell phone, she's asking him his name, she's putting it in her phone. So let's continue. So she gets the Officer Brooks. He tells her his name. She said first name. She said, "I'm not going to give you that." She's asking for the badge number. And so far, so good, right?
Sign this, right? No, I don't.
So she's kind of like, whatever, Negro. He's like, "You do have to sign it." She's like, "No, I don't." And she continues to type in her cell phone.
Explain to him if you don't sign it, then you're going to be physically taken to jail.
But okay, if you don't sign a citation, that part right there, people are like, you should just follow the law. But bro, what kind of law is that? Who made that law up? If you don't forcibly sign the citation, then you're gonna be physically taken to jail. That law is interesting, but I digress. Let's continue.
Refusing to sign?
What's your name?
So I guess he's going through his protocol. Like, are you refusing to sign? He already told her, if you don't sign, then I'm going to physically take you to jail. And she's still like, whatever, like she's looking for, what she wants to order off of Grubhub. She's still on her phone doing her thing.
7452.
What's the bag number?
I gave it to you 2 times, man.
Okay.
So now he's getting agitated and annoyed. For those who just joined us, we looked at it through the sequence of events, what everybody saw first, and then what the police department eventually released, and trying to see whether or not she deserved to be manhandled. Do you ever deserve to be manhandled? Could it have been handled better? Who was in the wrong? Because right now it's in the court of public opinion, even though she may be going, and I'm not streaming it because the computer doesn't like it for some reason. Let's continue.
And I'm not giving it to you.
Okay.
Are you going to sign it?
No, because I want your bag number.
Okay, so this way I think it gets kind of saucy because he gave the badge number 2 times. So she's kind of like, "No, I'm not going to do it." And he was like, "Are you going to sign it?" And she's like, "No, because I want your badge number." So now they're on the standoff. He said, "I already gave it to you 2 times. I don't know what you was over there typing." And she's like, "Well, I'm not going to sign it till I get your badge number." So now they have something to kind of tussle over, right? So he looks like he steps to his car in that moment when she says, "No, until I get your badge number." And I guess at that moment he decides he's not playing this game. I don't know. You gotta have to ask him. But it looks like he decided he's not playing. So he's like, "Can I put your hands behind your back?" Essentially, you don't have any more tries. You don't have any more opportunities. Now he's about to take you to jail.
Hey, listen, man. She said she's not signing it. Put your hands behind your back.
Sir?
Ma'am?
What are you mean?
Okay. I'm asking you to put your hands behind your back.
Sir?
Put your hands behind your back. What's wrong with that?
Sir?
Now she's looking at him like she saw a ghost. Like, what the bastard are you doing touching me? Right? So I don't know at what point they got to this point, but I do know what point she got to this point. But this is when it got real for her. my phone, the thing is acting up, but you got to see the little picture I have on the screen. This is that interaction there where she starts, before he rips the head wrap off, where she starts looking at him like, yo, bro, you are tripping. Why are you touching me? Right. So he's trying to gently like turn around. Let me put your handcuffs on. And she looking at him like, Negro, if you don't stop touching me. I mean, that I'm interpreting, but hey.
Put your hand behind your back. Come on. I need you to back up. I'm just saying. I need you to back up. You don't need to touch her like that. She's not putting her hand behind her back.
I'm asking a question.
Okay.
All I'm doing is
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind you. You're under arrest. Put your hands behind your back. I asked you to sign the ticket. You told me you're not signing.
Sir,
Put your hands behind
I'm
your back.
asking you a question.
I'm letting you know. I'm not gonna ask you again. I'm gonna forcefully put your hands behind your back.
But, sir.
So all of this again escalating from a ticket. Now, I'm gonna find you. You're gonna like it. You're gonna write. You're gonna say you agree with what it is that the person is doing to you, even though you don't agree with what the person is doing to you. And if you don't agree, then he's gonna forcefully make you do what he wants you to do. I think that's what has a lot of people, on both sides of the fence, and I can see why.
Mr. Brooks, is this really necessary? Mr. Brooks.
Hey, listen,
her tone did change real quick though. She went from "Nah, I'm not signing it" to "Mr. Brooks." Like Mr. Brooks. Her tone did change real quick. Yo, she straightened up real quick. She's like, "Mr. Brooks."
Can I?
Okay, you can put your phone down.
Okay, Mr. Brooks.
Nazira says you do have a right to ask for his badge number, and he did ask if they had questions. Yeah, I mean all of that went the way it went up until the point where she wanted the badge number for the third time, and he said he wasn't giving it to her. I think that was a turning point in the conversation.
Behind your back.
I'm not saying that I'm refusing to sign the ticket. I'm going to sign the ticket.
You don't have an option now.
But I'm going to sign the ticket.
So now I guess it was like a limited Shark Tank edition where the deal was only on the table for like 5-10 minutes, because now he's like, okay, right, you never deserve manhandling, but that's what's going on right here. So he's like, the deal is off the table. Was this at this point about her signing the ticket? If she's now conceded that she's going to sign the ticket, or is this about something else? And so the sister who wrote the thing said that it was about ego. And one has to wonder, if it was about signing the ticket, okay, you broke the ordinance. You're not supposed to be in the park after dark. Okay, you didn't know, you're not from here. Is it about challenging his authority? Like, what is this really about? Because at this point, it's about to get crazy, right? So let's continue.
But I'm going to
Nazir said your narration. It's a serious topic, but this is kind of crazy. I wish I could narrate when it's on the screen, but the computer's tripping, so we're gonna have to do with the audio.
I'm going to sign the ticket.
Yo, she must have said Mr. Brooks like 100 million times. She know his name now. She gonna be in her dreams talking about Mr. Brooks. I'm gonna sign the ticket, Mr. Brooks.
I'm going to sign the ticket.
No, I'm not going to play that.
I know, but I'm going to sign
Mr. Brooks,
I'm going to sign it.
Yo, the camera is spinning like it's on one of them 360 photo booths. I can't even see what's going on right now, but we'll continue.
My hands behind my back. I'm going to sign the ticket, but why am I under arrest? I'm going to sign the ticket. I'm going to sign the ticket, Mr. Brooks.
That's all it is.
I'm going to sign the ticket.
I asked you to sign the ticket. You told me you're not signing.
I'm going to sign the ticket now, Mr. Brooks. I'm going to sign the ticket. Why don't I have the option, Mr. Brooks?
Two options. She was asking for your badge number.
I'm asking for your badge number, and I was.
Now she doesn't have the option. This is why I said, what was this really about? What was this really about? That's the question. And this is not a European officer or somebody of a next nationality. This is and people think that the things you're doing on the internet don't leak into people's everyday thought processes, right? Like, you don't know who's on the other end of the screen. You don't know who is who when they take off their uniform, when they come in, when they put down their work badges. You don't know who is who. And this mentality of both for the men and the women, I think it affects people when they go out into their everyday lives, right? And it's like, oh, this woman is gonna be mouthing off to me, like I'm gonna show her. Who knows what is playing in the background of his mind while he's doing what it is that he's doing. And he's telling the friend, or the friend is over there like, yo, you don't gotta do this. That's what the friend sound like. And he's like, yo, back up, Pa, I got this, right?
I'm asking for your badge number, and I wasn't clear on my badge number.
Boom. So at this point, he has her arm and he's yanking the arm, like flicking her around. He flicked off the head wrap. That one is out the window, right? And now he's forcibly trying to arrest her because she defied his authority.
Oh my God. Mr. Brooks, I'm telling you that I'm going to sign.
Put your hands behind your back.
I'm going to sign the ticket, Mr. Brooks. I'm going to sign the ticket. Why am I being arrested? Can you please tell me why I'm being arrested?
So I don't know if you know the wrestling move where you take your foot and you sweep the person out from under their feet and put them down on the ground. I don't remember what that move is called, but that's what he did to her. Like he was holding the one arm, because I got to narrate, right? He was holding the one arm and then he hit her feet from under her and bomb. Now she's on the ground and he's like looking like he's trying to dislocate her joint to put the handcuffs on. That's what's happening.
I'm so sick, my God. Please, in the name of Jesus, please, God, in the name of Jesus.
Now she's over here having prayer meeting on the ground, calling Jay and everybody else to come help her because now she's getting manhandled on the floor.
I'm being arrested, Mr. Brooks. I'm going to sign the ticket. Mr. Brooks, why am I being arrested? Why am I being arrested? I don't understand why I'm being arrested. Can you please tell me why I'm being arrested?
Put your hands behind your back.
Tell me why I'm being arrested. I have the right.
So he doesn't have a clear reason as to why she's being arrested other than she didn't want to sign the ticket. And I'm trying to figure out who made that law. Like you gave the person a ticket, they take the ticket and they have to agree that I don't know. I think that whole part right there is what is confusing for me.
Sir, do not taser.
Oh my God.
Put your hands behind your back.
What are you tasing her for?
So now he claims she resisting. Bruh, you about to pop the woman's shoulder out. And now not only that, like, so you a man, you got a gun, you got strength over her, you threw her on the ground. I mean, what are we doing here? And then you pop the taser out, talking about I'm not really going to tase you, I want to scare you. I mean, like, what are we doing? I think it's too much, Mr. Brooks. Mr. Brooks.
Why are you pulling it out?
Put your hands behind your back.
Okay, I think I could go back over. Shout out to Queen T. Definitely check out the Yummy Cottage, everybody. For those who just joined us, this is sponsored by the Yummy Cottage. As a matter of fact, I run the commercial at the end because that's kind of weird to run a commercial right in the middle of this lady getting roughed up. But let me finish playing it over here since on the YouTube. So not on the YouTube, on the Facebook. So essentially, she gets the police. Now he calls all his squaddies. All the squaddies roll up now, and they come to the situation because it has gotten out of hand. But again, it's a woman, one woman. You don't have any physical threat. I don't understand it. I'm not really understanding. I'm not understanding. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I guess we ain't going over to Facebook because Facebook is not working. Oh, why did I do it? I don't think this new computer likes too many commands. It can handle the light stuff, but it does not like when I give it too much work to do. So yeah, essentially that's the video. Let me know your thoughts. Let me go ahead and see what some of these people were saying in the comment section, because there's a lot of things that people had to say. Hold on 1 second. There's a lot of things that people had to say. Oh, you missed a lot. You missed a lot, sis. You missed a lot. This is a video that just happened. A woman visited, what a place name, Atlanta, with her friend. She seemed to be in a park after dark. Mr. Brooks, police officer, rolls up on her, and she the guy who was with her, he signed the citation that they got for being in the park after dark, but she wanted his name, she wanted his badge number. He gave her that, and then after which time he was like, are you going to sign the paper? She was like, nah, she don't know about that. And essentially it escalated, and now that's where we at, and it's gone viral. And at first everybody only saw the part that Mr. Brooks was throwing her on the ground, and now Atlanta PD released the other footage, and we're trying to see, did she deserve to be manhandled in such a manner? Some people who first saw that, somebody said we need the full video. This was 2 days ago. Somebody else said that she wasn't being rude. Somebody else said the guy who was holding the camera should have called the police, since there's no way that any officer should have something to conceal their face. Yeah, that was interesting that he had his face was concealed. That was interesting. He had on like a ski mask. Somebody wants to interview the lady and her family. Okay, somebody bust out the Georgia Code citation 2006 40-13 2.1 40-13 2.1. A person who is issued a citation as provided in this chapter of Code Section 17-16-11 related to displaying of driver's license in lieu of bail, and shall sign the citation to acknowledge receipt of the citation and of his or her obligation to appear for trial. The officer shall advise the person that signing the citation is not an admission of guilt, and that the failure to sign will result in a person having to post a cash bond. If the person refuses to sign a citation, it shall constitute reasonable cause to believe that the person will not appear at trial, and the officer may bring the person before a judicial officer or traffic violations bureau to post a bond as is otherwise provided by the law. The provision of subsection A of Code Section 17-6-11 shall not apply to a person in possession of a driver's license issued by a state or foreign country that has not entered into a reciprocal agreement regarding the operation of motor vehicles with this state as provided in Chapter 5 of Title 4. And she might have something at that point. I'm not a lawyer, but, I like to play one on TV that I'm playing. But she's not from that state, so they may have to look at what's going on between that state and this state. According to what it says here, the provision of subsection A of Code Section 17-6-11 shall not apply to a person in possession of a driver's license issued by a state or foreign country that has not entered into a reciprocal agreement regarding the operation of motor vehicle with this state as provided in Chapter 5 of the Title 40, meaning if they're from another state, there's a possibility that she may not fall under this particular rule, and that's for her lawyer to suss out, which provides for the suspension of driver's license by the other state or foreign country of a person who fails to appear for a trial of a traffic offense committed in this state. But they weren't moving in the car, to my understanding, so this is going to be interesting if she takes it to court. Somebody else says that they hope she sues. So let's see now. There has been some update, immediate release, a press release. So let's check it out, because y'all know we like to get real-time info. What are you guys saying here? Once he decided to arrest her, he was supposed to call for a female officer to deal with her. Queen T is saying you could ask for a badge number, but legally, but once he gave it and you felt the energy change, just sign. Yeah, the energy changed, not when she asked once, he gave it twice. The energy changed when he was like, all right, you going to sign it? And she was like, not until you give me your badge number. Like, you know what I mean? And at that point, I think it went left. So she went to, and she moved quick too. She went to Lee Merritt Esquire, federal civil rights attorney, state license, PA, and New Jersey. So National Civil Rights Attorney Lee Merritt to represent black woman arrested and assaulted in park after asking for badge number. Can we imagine what the defense is going to be? The defense is going to be, Your Honor, we gave her the badge number and she was, that's going to be the defense. Anyway, for immediate release, to whom it may concern, this was August the 10th, so a few days ago. This is Atlanta, Georgia. On Monday, August the 8th, 2022, Angel Guise, a 28-year-old black woman, was brutally assaulted by an Atlanta Metro police officer during a routine police encounter. Ms. Guise was suspected of being on the premises of a public park after closing hours. When she was asked to sign a copy of the citation for the alleged violation, she asked for the officer's name and badge number. The officer responded by brandishing his handcuffs and commanded Ms. Guise to turn around before eventually taking Ms. Guise to the ground. See, I think that's probably why they released the footage, because that's not wholly what happened according to the footage. But let's continue. And pulling out his taser in order to force compliance. Ms. Guise had every right to request this officer's identifying information, and the officer's decision to escalate the encounter to the use of force is both unconstitutional and a violation of police policy. Our office has been retained to investigate this incident. National Civil Rights Attorney Lee Merritt issued the following statement. The office's actions are both repulsive and criminal. Angel Guise had every right to demand the officer's name and badge number without fear of retaliation or arrest. Officer Brooks' decision to escalate this encounter is indicative of a police culture devoid of humanity and compassion. End quote. Quincy said Lee Merritt is known for suing. Said, yeah. Well, she got the right one, I suppose, because for any additional information or statements, please contact Susan Mitchell. And they gave the information. So she, boom, quick and clock. It happened 2 days later. She got a lawyer on the case. So that was the somebody said here that I also called Lee Merritt. He's still yet to review the body cam video, as it sounds like he too is using this made-up narrative for his political run. How do you not verify the facts before you put out your investigation letter when, according to your office, you've yet to investigate? Everything is full of blinky blank. So whoever Tiana is going in. The person says, here's a snippet from the body cam footage. She was in the wrong, and prior to this, her male companion quietly signed the ticket. I mean, who do you think was wrong? We're gonna put it right there. Who do you think was wrong? She got it twice. She did get a little sassy on the no, I mean, the minute the tide changed, she was like, yeah, she gonna sign it. Let me look at this little clip again. Hold on, let me look at this little clip again. Let me look at this little. It feels Sandra Blandish to me in the exchange, you know what I mean? If whoever remembers that situation. Let's listen to this clip real quick one more time.
I'm not gonna give you that.
And I don't have to sign this, right?
You do have to sign it.
Wait, let me go back.
Well, like I explained to him, if you don't sign it, then you're gonna be physically taken to jail.
Gotcha.
So you're refusing to sign?
So at that point, wait. She was a little. Come on, pause it.
Do not resist. What are you
Wait,
doing?
pause. She was. You could see that she was a little bit dismissive at the point where she was like, "I don't got to sign that, right?" And he was like, "No, you do have to sign." And hold on. She said, "No, you do have to sign." And then she's not looking at him. So when he's engaging with her, he very well may have what am I saying? He may have felt disrespected because but I don't know if that's right for you to use excessive force. Like, oh, you feel disrespected, you can't just go around deboing people. But when she said, so I don't have to sign it, right? He was like, nah, you do have to sign. Let me play that again.
What's the measure?
I gave it to you 2 times, man.
Okay, I'm asking again.
And I'm not giving it to you.
Okay.
Are you gonna sign it?
No, because I want your badge number.
That's all right. Can I put your hands behind your back for me? She got. Hey, listen, man. She said she's not signing it. Put your hands behind your back.
Yo, I'm trying to be serious, right? I'm trying to be serious. Oh, come on. I'm trying to be serious, but at the point where, yo, I wish I could show y'all. Hold on, let me pull this thing back. Hopefully the computer won't trip. Yo, it's not funny though. It's not funny. Be serious. Okay. Yo, at the point where she was acting big and bad at this point right here. I say 2 people are wrong in this, but she was wrong in this as well, right? So she was acting big and bad at the point where she was looking down at her cell phone and he was like, I gave you my badge number twice. And she's like, whatever, I'm not signing it, because you got to give me a badge number again. It's not funny. Yo, when he went to the car, I don't know if he put down the citation. I don't know what he did. Either he picked up the handcuffs, he did something. But when homie went to the car and pulled out the joint and tapped her on the shoulder, the way she turned around, the way her whole wrist went limp, he didn't rough her up yet. The way her wrist was like, her face, her lip dropped, like, oh my goodness, what are you doing? That's when you know you messed up. Queen T says, I feel she went far, but he went too far. He could have written an additional ticket for not complying. Yeah, he could have. He could have been like, yo, lady, you out of pocket. You know what I mean? But I guess he wanted to teach her a lesson, or I don't know. I don't know. But let's go back to some of these comments here. Since my computer is not complying right now, it's not letting me do what it is that I do. Somebody says it was the sister's fault. Let me see what some law, because people, I like to see what the law is, even if the law is unjust. Somebody said I was on her side until I saw the full body cam. Don't get me wrong. I think it's messed up. Brooks was going to give me a fix, but he told both of them if they would sign, they was going to jail, which I think is messed up. Okay. Uh, Somebody says by signing the traffic ticket, you remain free and retain the right to show up at the hearing to contest the issuance of the citation or summons. A person is free to refuse to sign the traffic ticket. However, the police officer is free to place him or her under arrest and take her or him into custody. And that is Georgia traffic law primer black law officers. So that's interesting to note that if you don't sign, that they, according to Georgia law, could take you in. Somebody trying to make it look better says the cop could have dragged her, tased her, punched her, and roughed her up. Ain't that what he did when he flicked her on the ground? Okay. And been justified. How you justify? How is that justified? I'm getting like I'm patty roller vibes. I'm getting patty roller vibes from our thought processes. How is that justified? Anyway, so I wish people would stop saying excessive force loosely because that's not what he did. If someone's resisting arrest, what other option do you have? Chase her around the park? I can't. Whoever wrote this. Yo, these people are out of pocket. Let's see what else we have here. Queen T is saying the point is know the laws. She was in a different state. She didn't I mean, in most states, I don't know. Now she's gonna make me have to look up. She's gonna make me have to look up California because in most states you can't be in the park or the beach or wherever after dark, right? In most states. So for her to say, and that's what happened in the opening clip of his thing. He was like, "Yo," she was like, "Oh, we are in another state." So he's like, "That's not an excuse, right?" So let me look up if you could be in the park after dark in California because she may have been feigning ignorance on that part. And again, Queen T brought up something that if you sign under duress or you just put duress or whatever, it may have been something that indicates like, hey, I was not in compliance with this. But if you were, if I don't even really think if you was wrong in this case, like, yo, I didn't know you was wrong. But let me see. Laws about California. Hold on one second, peoples. I like to be accurate. California law. In public park after dark. Most places, it's from sunrise to sunset. So I don't know what she's talking about. Is it illegal to go to the park that's closed after sunset? Let's see here. Ticket for being in the park after hours. Parking is permitted only in designated areas, blocking parking spot. This is California. Maybe it's different out there. I mean, if it was a campsite, I don't know. I pulled over for this. I'm a Cali girl. No, you can't be at the beach after dark. Judah says you will get a ticket. If you get a ticket and don't sign, you go to jail. So interesting. Now everybody's learning, eh? Yeah. Well, there we go. So, I mean, did he use excessive force? We have Willie saying men get murdered. She just got almost. She just got almost equal rights. Are you trying to say she was supposed to get manhandled? Is she not supposed to have consideration because she's a woman? Or let me know what you're trying to say. I'm gonna open up the mic if I can. Once again, then I'm gonna have to boogie because you're done already. Food I fi make. Food I fi make and things I fi do. Anytime I share my screen, it's doing this thing to me. It's not working. So basically we got some clarity on that. I got some clarity on that. The second video was wild. The first video was the lead up. Nazira says, I think Mr. Brooks was wrong for the way he dealt with the situation. However, I think I read that one. Yeah, Mr. Brooks, I don't know. Is he like, yo, you shouldn't have tried me? There is a TikTokian police officer, even though he does it in comedy. I don't know where he's an officer at, but he has a TikTok channel, and sometimes I see his TikToks come up, right? What's his name again? And he makes jokes, or he makes comedy or about his experience from that side of being a police officer. And he's a melanated guy, and he talks about the pushback he gets and not necessarily wanting to do certain things. Say try the new hairstyle. Not necessarily wanting to do certain things or arrest people. This is his, but people force him or make him in the way in which they react. So is that one of these cases? Should she just have signed a ticket? Should she have taken the lead of her friend who was with her? Her friend was just like, I just signed a paper. You know what I mean? The friend wasn't really getting down like that, but she pushed the envelope. She pushed okay, TikTok, we can't do you right now. Anyway, let me know in the box below. Hold your thought. Let me do something real quick. All right. We have like 5 minutes for somebody to share their thoughts, and then I'm going to go ahead and boogie. You don't know. So I think comparing her to what happens to men, not all men get manhandled when they're arrested. Some do resist arrest. One day, while I'm waiting for see if anybody wants to click, one day I was going into Walmart. Walmart is just a wild place to be, right? It's definitely a different shopping experience. And what man looked like a transient man or a homeless man was sitting on the bench. And I don't know what the police came up to him and said. Either he got to move or do whatever. All of a sudden, just like this lady here, I'm walking in, the children, everybody's looking like, yo, what's going on over there? All of a sudden, the police did the same thing. He rushed them, threw him on the ground, flinged on, the guys was in, don't resist. So I think that this is what they're trained to say, even when the person just wants to know what's going on. Did she know the law? Did she know that, by refusing to sign, she was agreeing to be arrested? She knows now. So with that said, sometimes it's difficult, but we need to wait to hear the full matter, have a little patience, and really just learn from the situation. That's my thoughts on that. I think he did kind of rough her up. I think she should have assigned, even if it, said, this is under duress, whatever the case may be, and take it from there. You were in the park after dark. But again, there are other crimes you might want to be fighting out there. That's another thought too. You use the resources to come to some people in the park. You know what I mean? That's just my thoughts. But with that said, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Let me go ahead and run my little thing right now. This has been brought to you by the Yummy Cottage. This episode is sponsored by Yummy Curry Powder. Go on over to www.theyummycottage.com for your powder today.